This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Okay. So it's probably going to be our rare. Celestial Kirin is quite good. It's just a good beater. Happens to be an artifact, which matters in this format a fair bit. And when you reconfigure it, it has a pretty powerful effect. It's not really unbeatable or anything. You know, there are lots of games that end with somebody killing whatever the Kirin's attached to. And remember, you know, this is a card that's easy to misunderstand. It has to be attached to something, and that thing has to be alive, obviously, for that effect to matter. So if you go to negative life, you can't just, you know, never lose. Twisted Embrace is also quite good, you know. Good removal. That's an enchantment in a format that cares about them. Almost all the sagas are really good as well. It is a little sad Banishing Slash and Arrestor in this pack because they're also pretty good. But I don't even think they'll be the second and third cards taken out of the pack. So I think that helps a little. But yeah, we'll take the Kirin. Okay. So, we did just take an artifact, but Jukai Naturalist is quite good. You know, 2 mana, 2/2 with lifelink reduces the cost of your enchantments. I think that's good enough to take here. You know, Intervention's an okay removal spell, same with Lethal Exploit. But overall, this pack is really not impressive. You know, a lot of, you know, this format doesn't have that many cards that are duds, especially sagas, but this one pretty much is. It's just not very good. You know, and most of the cards in this pack are like medium or worse. So, Naturalist it is. I mean, Golden Tail Disciple, not bad, but yeah. It is funny, I love this format, but my win percentage is significantly lower than it was in Capenna or Baldur's Gate, both of which were formats that I thought were mediocre at best. So, so there you go. All right, well, this is interesting. Oni Cult Anvil is incredibly strong. You do pretty much need to be in black-red, and you really have to end up in an all-in artifact deck, which is doable, but it's definitely a build-around. You can't just, like, play it all the time. Most black-red decks will have enough artifacts for it to work, but it is, you know, given how our draft has started, it is worth noting that, like, what we have right now basically doesn't do anything with it. You know, we could splash the Kirin, maybe. Patrick Automaton's really good, too. Good artifact payoff. 2-drop with Ward. Those are really what we're looking at here. I mean, we could, you know, the green-white cards in this pack just aren't anywhere near as powerful as either of these. I think the Anvil has a much higher ceiling than the Automaton. But it's also a little harder to make it work. So I think I'm going to take the Automaton. You know, the Anvil really demands artifact creatures in particular. The Automaton doesn't care that much. Yeah, so. Okay, well, Naomi Pillar of Order is pretty sweet. You know, enchantments and artifacts is what it cares about. And we're doing okay on that already. And it's easily splashable. I think I probably end up taking it. This is another saga. This one's not bad like the 5-mana red one we saw earlier. But it's also not that good. So, I mean, it, you know, it's not good enough to take over Naomi, I don't think. So, thank you for the sub, Luco. Man, I'm seeing cards sort of all over the place. So, another Twisted Embrace, quite strong. Befriending the Moss is solid. It's another saga, though, you know, way better than the 5-mana one. And I think better than the Azusa one, too. But it's also not so good that I'm like all about it, you know. So I think we're kind of looking at Grafted Growth, which is an enchantment that would help us splash Naomi, and it's a pretty nice card in this format. And Embrace, I think that's what we're really looking at. I think we just go sort of stay in our lane here and take the growth. You know, Embrace is really good, though. We have seen 2 of them. Yeah, I guess it makes sense to some extent that I do better in, you know, other formats. Wow. So Tribute to Hirobi is actually pretty good. I think it's a card that's easy to underrate, and I think I did in my set review back in the day for this set. But it's actually really good. And we're already considering a black splash. So the alternatives, you know, Jukai Preserver and Bearer of Memory are both fine. We could take a land, but I think I grabbed the Tribute. It's real good. Okay, and then there's this, which doesn't really have anything we want. So we could take, you know, maybe we're going to just be a black-white deck in the end. I guess that wouldn't be a disaster. And if that's true, like, Chain Flail Centipede is fine. Flame Discharge is good enough, but without a single red card at this point, I think I'm just going to take a black artifact that's perfectly playable in Chain Flail Centipede. It's definitely not exciting, but... Thanks for subbing, Luco, even if you're not interested in the actual in the draft videos. Support is appreciated. Okay, well, here's a great card for the black-white deck and Kami of Terrible Secrets. Heiko is pretty good to still be here too, but this is really good. You know, but as I mentioned, black and white is about having at least one artifact and one enchantment in play, and you get extra value, and that's what the Kami does. We'll see what's open, but right now, and it's funny because I took the Automaton, but we're probably not going to really end up playing it. Oh, never mind, we probably will. Yeah, because we're going to want, like, a decent number of artifacts. We're not going to be all in on them, which, that's okay, but we're going to have enough. All right, we'll take a Preserver here. Oh, wait. I'm not really in green anymore, am I? We do have this Reanimation spell, but it's a pretty bad one. So I do think we just go with a green card again. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but you do need a really specific deck to make reanimation effects ever work. That's, like, always true. And we might get there, but I think Preserver is enough better that I want to take it. All right, so we'll take Golden Tail Disciple here. We could take a land, but Disciple's a good enchantment creature in white. Would end up in either deck we might end up in. Yeah, I guess we'll take You Are Already Dead, just to take a black card. It's not a great one. Yeah, white mostly doesn't look open. That was a relatively late Golden Tail Disciple, but you're right. I mean, it may end up not being open enough. Regent's Authority is okay. I mean, I kind of don't plan on playing it, but, you know. Like a playable red card, just in case things really go sideways on us here. Yeah, I mean, we could easily go back to a green-white... I mean, or go into a green-black deck that splashes white. It's an okay trick, so it's not a disaster. Okay, Mind Link Mech is pretty good, mostly just because it's a really efficient vehicle. The other effect, it comes up, but not as often as you might think. You know, even though it's like an enchantment artifact thing, I was never that impressed with the Trash Bot. Modern Age is really good. So pack one, pick one. I think it would be the Mech here, probably followed by Modern Age. And then I think third is Virus Beetle. And I think that's what we're going to take, since we're already interested in artifacts, and you know, a number of our cards care about them, and it's a good 2-drop. This card really is such an overachiever in this format. Like, you know, we have Ravenous Rats type cards all the time, and they're usually pretty mediocre. But this one, between being an artifact and in a set with ninjutsu, just ends up being like a really good common, which is pretty funny. Okay, interesting. So both of these are very strong. Rabbit Battery and Kumano faces Kakazan. Could we turn into a red-black deck? Potentially. It's also just an Imperial Oath, which is another sneaky good common that, like, on paper... may not look incredible, but it may be what we take here. I do love both of these cards, but we probably just take the Oath. Yeah, we just take the Oath. Okay, we have another Automaton and another Oath. Interesting. How are we doing on artifacts right now? We're doing okay, but we're definitely not going to have so many that I think 2 Patchwork Automatons is going to be great. I think I just grab another Oath. Yeah. It's wild, because you wouldn't think these 6-drops are good, but, like, they are. Like, you can play, like, 4 of them and feel okay about it in a lot of decks. Okay. Yeah, white really does not seem open. Shrine Steward's interesting. It does line up nicely with this deck because it's an artifact that gets you an enchantment, but right now it's not getting anything. if we'd taken those two, the aura removal spell, we'd be pretty happy, but we didn't do it. Probably just take Gravelighter. It's neither an artifact nor an enchantment nor a payoff. It's just an efficient flyer with some real upside. And, yeah. But yeah, white really is letting us down. This is an outright bad saga for the limited format. So where do we go? I mean, Papercraft Decoy's okay. These green cards, none of them are so good that I'm like, yeah, let's do this. But, you know, the Tanuki does fix our mana. None of our green cards that we have are that good other than the Naturalist, though, and it's also white. So, it's kind of interesting. Preserver's not bad. I guess we take the Tanuki, because I don't really want Kitsune Ace. The Decoy's okay, but we'll take a Tanuki. Interesting. Continuing to sort of see not what we want to see. Brute Suit's okay. Maybe I do take a Trash Bot now. I probably do. I'd probably go Trash Bot now. Yeah. Okay, Iron Apprentice, you know, it does lean us in an aggressive spot, but... Oh, it's actually also just an Arrow of Enlightenment, though. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it may pull us back into white with the 2 Oaths and everything. I mean, I think we want to be in white pretty badly anyway, and it's a good saga, so... So yeah, I mean, I think we're black-white. Don't really have anything worth splashing. I mean, Naturalist kind of is, but because you kind of have to play it early to get full value, it's kind of a dud. Okay, probably just take Searchlight Companion. Terrarium, if we were going to splash, wouldn't be bad, but the Companion's good, especially if we pick up a Ninja or two. Right now, we don't have any, but we might get there. I hope I don't play You Are Already Dead for the most part. So, 6 artifacts, 3 enchantments. It's pretty good. We definitely want to get more enchantments in an ideal world. Okay, so I think we take a land here. I mean, the Modern Age is good, but I think we're deep enough in the draft that we can't really, like, somehow make it work for us. So I think we just take a land. Okay, so Ninja's Kunai's not bad. We still don't have anything to grab with Shrine Steward, right? Right. We also have a land, which the land is pretty good, but this is removal, and it's not like we have a ton of it, so I think we take the Kunai. Alright, so Intervention's fine. We have 3 enchantments right now, so we really need to pick up some more in this last pack, for sure. Kind of wish I'd gotten that second Automaton. Or gone black-red, I guess. Like, we had an Oni Anvil. And it was a tough call, I think, but... Yeah. Shadow Walker is passable. It is a ninja. And it goes well with, like, a Companion, for example. But it's not exactly an ideal ninja. So yeah, we want to value enchantments a little extra in this last pack. Doing well on artifacts. You kind of want like 7 and 7 or so. I mean, it can be a little different than that, but you need a pretty good balance. So Rasona's good, but not so good that I'm going to splash her. I mean, especially because she's at her best on turn 3, so... Okay, so I wanted enchantment, so we got a strong one here, an Okiba Reckoner Raid. Another strong saga. Drains the opponent a couple times and then gives you a 2-2 with Menace, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. So we definitely take it happily. Kind of hope we don't play a Shadow Walker. Other than that, I'm okay with everything we have in our deck right now. I wouldn't hate finding something better than Intervention. Like, especially some aura-based removal would be good. You know, like the two things we splashed. Another Kumano faces Kakazan. Another Naomi. Interesting. So we've got Spirited Companion, which is great. Another really good enchantment that I would like. But I wonder if I take another Naomi and hope we get more enchantments. Like, even if we just have to play Exemplars, which are okay. Like, I think I'm okay with it. Naomi's strong enough that I think I'm going with Naomi here, and we're going to see what happens. Seven artifacts, 4 enchantments. I think it's very doable for us to get there, so... So this is a really good saga, but that doesn't help us. Could take another Centipede. We could take a Steward and hope we find something that it can tutor up, but I don't really think I want to do that. Yeah, Naomi might have wheeled, but she's easy enough to splash that I don't think it was that likely. I guess we take another Centipede here. Yeah. Not very exciting, but... Alright, so Era of Enlightenment number 2. I think we definitely want that. Virus Beetle or Dockside Chef. So we need enchantments more. Dockside Chef is definitely not as good as Virus Beetle. But it is an enchantment, and it's not bad. I mean, it's just not great either. I think because we need the synergy, we take the Dockside Chef. Another Kunai is fine. Another Centipede. I have... Oh, this only likes enchantments is the problem. We definitely don't have enough to really make it worth running. And I have enough artifacts. I think we probably just take a Silencer here. It's fine. It's definitely not great. I mean, it looks better than it is, I think, because it, like, kills things. But the amount you have to give up to actually kill things with it is not insignificant. All right, I'll take a Blade Blesser. Kind of doubt we play it, but it does care about both artifacts and enchantments. So, there you go. Another Silencer, another Shadow Walker. Do I just want, like, Moth Rider Patrol? Maybe. I don't really want a second Silencer. I think we'll just take a Moth Rider Patrol. So we got to 9 and 6, which I think is fine. I would still really love, like, one other enchantment. Don't think we're going to get it, though. Uncharted Haven. We don't really need fixing, but it does fix for either color, which is nice. I guess I'll take it over a Papercraft Decoy. Yeah, we're not going to get one more enchantment. Hey, there's an enchantment. Doesn't help us, though. I think our deck's still fine, but... yeah. Doesn't feel amazing. I mean... I think the deck will do fine, but it's not a great deck, I don't think. Glad I took that Dockside Chef in the end. Okay, got cut a couple of things. Where do we go for those cuts? Could lose Intervention. I mean, Kunai is generally just better than it is. And it has synergy with our deck, so... I mean, you do need a creature and stuff. I mean, the setup is pretty real. We probably don't need Moth Rider Patrol in the end. So, yeah, probably cut Intervention. I think I'd rather hold on to the Kunai. Maybe. It's not like we... actually, I think we cut a Blade Blesser. Leave an Intervention in. The Blade Blesser, like, yeah, it'll get upgraded, but it's still not that good. I mean, it very rarely can trade up, even with Death Touch and Lifelink. It's never been that impressive, and it's not an enchantment or an artifact. If it were, we wouldn't have cut it. But yeah, I think I'd rather have the Intervention than that thing. I think Centipedes are even better, too. Just, you know, artifact typing matters. All right. Deck looks decent. It's definitely not an ideal black-white deck. You know, an ideal one would have more enchantments, and then we'd also have like 3 of the Kami of Terrible Secrets, which is like an amazing common payoff for this deck. But we do have 2 Naomis, so can't complain. And then we have the, you know, 6 mana make 3 Samurai card, which stabilizes lots of games, pulls you ahead lots of games. Okay, you know, if you can pull off a turn 2 tribute to Hirobi, that's a great start to a game. Especially because we can ninjutsu it. Although, this isn't exactly when you want to ninjutsu, now that I think about it. This is an interesting one, because the first 2 chapters give your opponent stuff, right? But then chapter 3, you get the stuff you gave them, and then you also get Echo of Death's Wail, so... Thank you, Salvio. It's actually one of my lower records for a format. Even though I love this format, I'm not actually that good at it. Let's play Tribute to Hirobi here. So, you know, the danger is our opponent manages to attack us or blow up the Tribute, which is all very real, but it's generally going to be worth it. Do I just want to run out the Kieran now? The nice thing about the Kieran is it effectively blocks everything, but I guess Searchlight Companion does too, really, and I'd be sadder if this got blown up. So let's just go with Companion for now. It does a decent enough job. Like, basically, we don't mind blocking Hotshot Mechanic, you know, so... Alright, so let's hope they don't blow up Tribute. They could. It looks like they're going to. Ouch. You know, when your opponent does that, you're in a ton of trouble. But the chances of that actually happening aren't actually that high. We just had some horrible luck there. So we gave our opponent 2 free rat tokens. Yay. Okay. Well... I can Dakuchi Silencer, but that... I mean, that's not bad because we get this back and we get some value. What would I discard to kill something, though? And what do I really want to kill? I mean, I guess the mechanic's okay. But it's not that great, frankly. I think maybe I just play Golden Tail Disciple. Because we need to try to stabilize here, basically. Hello, Fippity. Not in good shape, though. If your opponent blows up your Tribute to Hirobi, you're not usually going to be in very good shape. Look at all those mechanics. So, I think they're only going to attack us with their flyer now, at least. So there's that. That's really weird. I don't think they meant to do that. Now I get to gain 2 life and kill a rat token. Yeah, I was gonna say. Don't think they wanted to do that. Okay, so we do have what we need for Naomi, you know, apart from the whole mana thing. I think mana matters. Let's play our era here so that we can find a 5th land. Ugh. I don't really want to tap land in this particular situation. I did this to myself, of course. This is removal. And it's useful removal. I think we draw it, even though it's kind of a bummer. Do I want to Dakuchi Silencer? Not really, because I don't really want to discard any of this stuff. So I think we just cast it here. I think Intervention's good because it'll allow us to kill, like, Brute Suit. So yeah. We get to gain 2 life back here, so that's good. You know, I wonder if I block Brute Suit here with like a token and Silencer. I don't hate that idea. Still hold on to an artifact and enchantment. They might have a trick or removal or whatever, but yeah. Oh, look, a Cloud Steel Kieran. Alright. Well, I think we just want to leave mana up for intervention here. I wonder if I... Nah, I don't want to attack. This game is mostly not going our way, but it does feel like they're running out of gas, and we have a value engine coming down, so... I'm not too alarmed. Yeah, so let's intervention the Kieran. They may have, you know, indestructible hexproof thing. Nope, they don't. I guess if they did, they would have used it on Brute Suit, probably. Alright, so 5th land would be good. We don't get it, but I can live with that. Do I want to attack with Golden Tail Disciple? They have the double block to kill it. Or have Wanderer's Intervention. But it's not that big of a deal if it dies now. So, I think we do. Nice. Then we'll play our own Cloud Steel Kieran. Alright, well, this will draw us a card, so there's that. I guess we swing with both of these now. I guess losing both of them would be kind of bad. Do I want to play my Kami first just to be safe? Or do I even just swing with Golden Tail Disciple? It's not a great attack anymore. I think it's a little better to actually attack with Hand of Enlightenment than it is Golden Tail Disciple. Yeah. They can block like with both mechanics, but yeah. Alright, player Kami. Gain a life, draw a card. Man, we are really struggling to find that 5th land. I shouldn't have bottomed the tap land, evidently. Bye-bye, Kieran. So now they can attack us in the air if they want, but yeah. There it is. I think I swing with the Kami. Yeah, let's just swing with the Kami. See what happens there. Good chance they just take 3, yeah. Then we play Naomi and we get a token. Because we have an artifact and an enchantment. We actually have some backup artifacts now, too. We passed one of those and it made me sad. Although I did get a Naomi. Oh! There's a pretty sweet card for stabilization. Yep. Yeah, Blossom Prancer is very strong. I don't really have a good way to kill it right now either. Tales of Master Sashiro also going to be a problem. So... Chainflail Centipede equipped to Hand of Enlightenment is pretty sweet. Not a bad attack. It wouldn't be a bad attack on our Vigilance creature either. Or our lifelinker. Yeah. I think it's best on Hand of Enlightenment. They can definitely kill it, but it's going to take some work. Chump block's fine. Question is whether I want to play Kunai here. We probably do. The downside about it is it won't be a surprise, but I think that's okay. Tales of Master Sashiro is going to buff the Blossom Prancer. Most likely, anyway. Or maybe not. That seems like a strange choice to me. They want to be the beatdown, I guess. They can crew their recovery units still. It's even weirder when they know I have Kunai, but I guess next turn they can... put another counter on it and get it out of range. So, is it worth attacking with Naomi? We get a 2-2, but then she dies. But it's not like they don't have to give up something significant to kill her. So... yeah. And we still have a 1-1 lying around. So, if they crew this, that's going to be kind of a problem. They can get back Spirited Companion. It's not that much I can do about that either way, though. So, I think we do. I think we attack with both of these. Probably should have equipped the Kunai to something before attacking. This is a typical, pretty grindy Neon Dynasty game. It had sort of backs and forths. Like, early they were dominating us, then we sort of turned things around. And yeah, I don't think it works with Lifelink, because the Kunai... it does the damage, not, you know, yeah, not the creature. We do want to equip the Kunai, though, while we are thinking about it. Guess we'll put it on a vigilance creature. We can get the most mileage out of it that way. You know, we're not really planning on attacking anytime soon, but not with this anyway. Yeah, so they make that a 4/5. That's a thing. So yeah, they can crew and attack and get back Spirited Companion, which is pretty good. We need to find our Imperial Oaths to close this out, I think. They're both still in our deck, and we can cast them if we draw them. There's that. Do I just take 4? I have a decent block here if I block with these two. Yeah, I think we just block with those two. I could consider only blocking with one and then kunai to finish it, but I think blocking with both of these is fine. So if they crew the hoverbike now, I can kill it with the kunai. So we actually have pretty good attacks here. Okay. A little sneak damage punch, too. I think we actually just swing out here. Yep. Is it better? God, it's probably better to unequip the centipede first, but that's okay. So, crew the hoverbike is a pretty dangerous play for them. Oh, they don't have to tap a creature, though, because they have that thing. It's a little less dangerous, but still doesn't seem great. This can also hit any target. But, yeah, I think we just kill the hoverbike. Now they really don't have good blocks. They're going to get a 5/5, but kind of think that's okay. Definitely should have taken this off. We'd have another... We'd have a 4-power attacker and a 2/2 with first strike. And on this board, a 2/2 with first strike is just as good of an attacker, if not better. I think we're probably still going to manage to get there, because we're going to drop them to 1 here, and then on our next upkeep, Reckoner Raid will do 1 more to them. But I think we probably could have just won the game there. So they may be able to gain some life back. We'll see. No. It was a very back and forth game. I think they got a little too aggressive with their attacks, and that's what sort of opened the door. We just kept being able to double block and only lose one thing. Reconfigure to have a blocker, that probably would have been okay too. It wouldn't have made, I mean, we were at 17, but yeah, I should have reconfigured there too just to do it, basically. Definitely should have done it for the attack. But yeah. Nothing till turn 3. That's not a complete disaster in this format most of the time, but it's not great. And when your opponent plays a Generous Visitor on turn 1, it kind of feels like a disaster. We managed to overcome our tribute kind of hurting us in that game. Let's see. We're up against another green player, and green does have ways to blow it up, but we're going to go for it again. Ow. So we definitely play Golden Tail Disciple here. Ooh, they're gonna ninjutsu? Yeah, they're gonna ninjutsu, get rid of the token. Luckily, green doesn't have that scary of ninjas. I mean, it's okay, but, you know, I'm not absolutely devastated by that play or anything. If it was a Moon Circuit hacker, it would have felt way worse. So yeah, we'll play Golden Tail here. If they can ninjutsu it again, then I'm going to be a little concerned. But, yeah. Kami's Flare here would be kind of bad for us. Just kill our Disciple, attack us for 5. This becomes a 4-3. Would not be so good. That's definitely not great. Okay. Alright, so we just have to take this. That's interesting. Are you going to sack the token? Or was that a mistake? Because you just gave me a 2-2 token. That was a mistake. Nice. Okay. So I think we play Searchlight Companion here so that I have a body I actually want to sacrifice. Now that this is a 2-2, I don't really want to. So we'll play Searchlight Companion. And we'll attack and sack the token. Oh, and a creature that doesn't have. You're right. I forgot how that works. Yeah, they didn't have the choice, so it wasn't really a mistake. Thank you for the sub, Baron Vaughn. Okay. Kill my token. I feel that. Double block or chump. They have 1 green mana. Sort of feels like double block to me. There's not much they could have, but there is that. Probably should have been more prepared for that. We can kill it, is the good news. Otherwise, each player sacrifices a creature. Okay. Well. So I think we... Darn Summoning Sickness. So we need to kill this Stalker. So I think that's what we do here. And then we play Gravelighter and get rid of another one of their creatures. Yeah. Oh, it's actually just draw a card. Because a creature died this turn. Do I want to draw a card? I guess so. Might open us up to like 4 damage here, but... Cards are good. And I can cast Oath next turn, so now it feels really good. They're going to hit me for 4 here. So, I think we attack with both, and then just play Imperial Oath. We are at low enough life that it's a little scary. But not scary enough, I don't think. I think we attack for 4 here. And then we Oath. Another Kunai. Don't really need more lands, but a Kunai? Sure. Chances are good we'll be able to use it to kill Generous Visitor. And we definitely want to, so. So, yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's bad. I won't be able to kill that if they equip it. Or equip it. Put a counter on it. That's what I meant. Okay, they're just going all in on the Disruptor. Which might make it actually a better Kunai target. Yeah. I think it is. We can play the Kieran at some point, and I definitely will. at some point. But I don't think I'm there yet. I may sacrifice this token once it's tapped here. Ooh, if they have another Tamio safekeeping, they do. Okay, that's pretty brutal. All right. Well, that does mean they're out of gas, and so Cloudsteel Kieran may just be able to get us there. They're going to make that a 4/4 this turn. Yeah, let's play our Kieran. I think I double block it with Echo and Gravelighter if they attack me with Network Disruptor again. Need to get this thing out of the sky, and then I think we can close the game out pretty much. Although there is a 5/5 in our future. I definitely don't want to block with the Kieran right now because it alters the rules of the game enough when we equip it that I think we kind of have to keep it when we're at 6. I would rather lose the Echo. Yeah, I mean, the Kieran can't attack on this board effectively because of the 2/3, but if I put it on something else, it doesn't really matter. You know, like our Runaway Trash Bot, for example. No attack, okay. This could go really badly for us if they have some sort of response. But I definitely think we equip the Kieran to a token here. And end our turn. So like I was saying when we drafted the Kieran, you know, going to negative life can be scary because if our opponent has removal, we are in trouble. But it's worth thinking about going to negative life because we can. And just hope they don't have removal, basically. Alright, you're just going to attack with that, huh? Go to 1. I mean, I don't hate going to 1 here. It's not negative. I could also triple block it, but another safekeeping would be such a big blowout. I think we just take 5. And hope they don't have... You know, they would need something to do lethal and a way to blow up our Kieran. Equipped creature. Well, that's... We're not going to go as low on life, but they are going to try to find removal is what they're doing, so... So that's not so good for us. And they get to make their creatures bigger. Intervention, you're a little late to the game. It's a 4/4 trash bot, so equipping it in the future is appealing, but yeah. We will end our turn. I may take the big risk of block with Gravelighter and use Intervention on the Disruptor, because it's our real problem. You know, the Disruptor is what our real problem is. Is the risk worth it here? I mean, I think so. The upside of actually being able to attack through is pretty big. So I'm going to block with Gravelighter and try to use Intervention here. Looks like it's going to work. Finally get rid of their flyer. What else do they have? Modern Age. Oh, God. Well. Okay. So, Virus Beetle. Make them lose whatever card's still in their hand, which will make looting... Oh, that's a good one to get rid of. Feels good. Okay. So I think we move our Kieran now. to trash bot. Attack them for 4. We do not want them to find enchantments. The visitors are going to make it very difficult for us to attack profitably if they keep finding them. So I couldn't finish the creature. Oh, I could have after damage. You're right. Yeah, because it's attacking. That's true. So I think we block with Virus Beetle here. Makes Trashbot bigger, which is nice. Hey, an Oath is going to feel really good. Okay. So send Trashbot in again? Yeah. And then we Oath. Ooh, yeah. So we get rid of both of those. We definitely want Naomi. Yeah, we have Enchantment and Artifact. So that's pretty good. They do have a flying blocker now. You can do it while the creature is still attacking, but yeah, it's complicated. Okay. Do I send Trashbot in again? They have to double block to kill it. Then I can play Naomi and equip it to Naomi next turn, theoretically. Seems reasonable. They have 6 blockers. Yeah, so... I think we kill the flyer because it's more of a threat to us in the air. As much as annoying as it's going to be that, you know... But we're at low enough life that we can't just, like, let the flyer live, so... We won't. Then we'll play Naomi. The mill plan. We're not going to mill them. I can tell you that. One of us is going to win one way or another. Okay. 5 blockers. We have 10 attackers. If they have a dud in their hand, we can get in for lethal here. Unfortunately, that's a pretty large if. There's definitely a chance, but it doesn't seem like a risk we need to take. This seems significantly better, because we get another body. And they go to 4, potentially. Yeah, they go to 4. Play a Centipede. We should be able to swing for the win this turn. Yeah, got there. It is apparently a community-wide thing, Kevin. Like, you know, it's the summer. A lot of people are also, like, traveling for the first time since COVID and stuff. Hey, they extended how long this is going to last. That's interesting. A minute ago, it was 3 hours. And New Capenna and Alchemy have people sort of not that interested, less interested in content. I think a big part of it was actually just that I was uploading at a different time, though, because the pacifism video is doing way better than basically any top 10 in a long time, and it's not like that topic At least I don't think that topic's one that people are like clamoring for. So, you know, there, you know, it was interesting to see that. It was lethal if our opponent had nothing in their hand. And they might not have had anything in their hand, but I felt like we had enough of a control of the table that I didn't need to do it. So... Turn 2 Reckoner Raid. So I think we play the Era. I mean, I'm kind of okay with both of these, apart from the fact that I have an Imperial Oath in my hand. I guess we'll draw the Kunai, because we don't have any removal, but I don't think we draw the Golden Tail Disciple. We do get to Scry again at some point, but... I guess this could be our 3-drop, instead of another Era and Okiba. You know, we do get to Scry again next turn after we, like, draw the Kunai. And if I don't want this, I can put it on the bottom again. Or decide to put it on the bottom. Could also just play it as my 3-drop. It's a hard choice. Yeah, let's just go with that. So it's scary that they're a ninja deck, because, you know, this attack could end up being really scary, but I'm not going to block in a situation like that. Yeah, it's not that scary. I mean, you know, it is scary when you have Silver Fur Master, which maybe we just have to kill Silver Fur Master this turn. Nah, we probably just play Era and Okiba Reckoner Raid. Yeah, this is a good ninja deck. This is a great thing that you can ninjutsu with. Yeah. Alright, so let's Era of Enlightenment again. Dokuchi. Don't really have a hand that can take that much advantage. I think we're okay with drawing a land. Mostly because of Oath. They extended it, and I'm sure it is based on its success, but it's weird they only extended it by like 2 hours or whatever. You know, like extending it by a bunch, I think would have said that. I think we just take this again. It's probably a ninja involved. Okay, maybe not. Nice. Okay. And we'll pass our turn. So yeah, attacking with this and ninjutsuing is amazing. Value Town. Yeah, the ninja deck is neat because it can be like crazy aggressive with like the really cheap ninjutsu ninjas. Or you can do all sorts of grindy value things with the yeah. I think we block the ambusher. If their plan is to ninjutsu this into play, which decent chance it is, we can then use Dockside Chef to kill this, and then this will die also. So I think that's the best choice here. They have to do something, because first strike, so... I guess if they kill Dockside Chef first, they can avoid the complete blowout, but then I can still just kill the ambusher. Yeah, so that's what we do. We just kill the ambusher. Because we know there's... Well, yeah. We know if they ninjutsu this in, it's a disaster for us, so... And it's very easy for them to do it here. They may still do it because of the value, but they won't have an artifact anymore, actually. They may have a cheap one in their hand. Ah, that ninja. We do get to kill that. Reckoner raid, nice. We don't have an artifact. We definitely still play it. Just because a 5/5 is actually pretty legit right now. So, yeah. A 4/4, rather. But it is sad not to get anything out of that trigger. Yeah, they get to draw again. Okay, that is not ideal. Neither is this in this situation, but we probably play it. Yeah. Enjoy rat tokens. I kind of have to block the rat token because it's like free ninjutsu for them. So, probably will. Kind of need our 6th land. So far in the games, we've sort of, you know, won the late game. Largely because of oaths. Yeah, so they get to ninjutsu this in one way or another, which will buff like any of these. Yeah, this was a horrible situation for the tribute. It's normally a very good card, but on a situation where your opponent has a ninja lord and a card with ninjutsu in their hand, it's not so good, but I think we had to play it, basically. It played a big role in helping us win our last game. Definitely wasn't bad there. So I think we kind of just have to accept the fact that things are going to go sideways here. We're just going to double block Kami and take the rest, which is not good, but I don't think we have that much of a choice. I guess, you know, I could have blocked it with... Could have blocked that with a hand, I guess, but I think double blocking the Kami is better. So we may take 7 here. Ugh, gross. Ninjas, man. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna manage to win this late game. The other games we had a chance, but this opponent has gotten too much value already. Oh my god. I mean, we kind of have to hold on to the oath. What do you most want to draw when you're stuck on 5? I don't think the answer is your 2nd Imperial Oath. Yeah, they got us. Very good ninja deck. It's gonna happen. Like, I think, like, you know, like I said, I think this deck's solid, but, like, the optimal, the really good versions of all the archetypes in the format probably beat us, and that certainly was that. Like, you know, the ideal ninja deck is basically what that was. You have the Great Evasive Common Sagas. You have the Ninja Lord. You have like a million cards with ninjutsu. All 3-drops, but it's fine. Golden Tail Disciple can sort of help make up for if we end up behind. They did mulligan at least. And there's not a turn 1 Generous Visitor. Of course, we somehow managed to beat that opponent. Uh-oh. That is not what you want to see. We do not have any good blockers to play against a Tech Wrecker. Not a 1. Oh, God. What a disaster. So the problem is, I guess the companion I can chump with the token at least, and then I can kunai. Yeah, that's probably our best plan. But the problem is it has Death Touch, and all our creatures have less than 3 power right now. So, you know, it's a problem. And then if we let it in, it gets to destroy, you know, naturalize an artifact or enchantment. I guess I could just say naturalize. That was redundant. Although I guess, frankly, if they want to take the counter off of this to kill my Searchlight Companion, I'm kind of okay with that, actually. Let's just take 1. It's not like I don't have a body. Yeah, they're going to do it. You know, that could, of course, mean they have ways to get it back in their hand and stuff, but it is nasty at exiles. Makes our trash bot kind of sad. Alright, so let's play Disciple and Kunai. Gives us an artifact and an enchantment for Naomi next turn. I love me some Experimental Synthesizer. I think my favorite deck in the format... That's annoying. That's what they had. But I think my favorite deck in the format is like the mono-red aggro one. Yeah. Now we no longer have an artifact. This is not an artifact. Don't make the mistake and think it is. Or an enchantment, I mean. Now we do. Okay, so let's play Arrow of Enlightenment and then our trash bot. I don't really want either of these. Not so much, no. Then we'll play a trash bot. And the Samurai deck is probably the worst one in the format, sadly. Do I attack with the token? The thing that can be scary is when someone ninjutsus this back and then ninjutsus it back in, like with Circuit Mender. So that would be really bad for us. I think we do attack for 1. I think we just have to accept, excuse me, accept that happening if it happens. So, yeah, we'll block this. Yeah. What I really don't want is them to ninjutsu the Tech Wrecker back and then put the other Tech Wrecker back, and it would all be very bad for us. Looks like they might crack their synthesizer. Hopefully they don't hit something as good as they did last time they cracked it. Good luck, Wispon, because that deck has a hard time being good. The blue-white one. You know, that's actually probably the worst one, Milky Jade, now that I think about it. Alright, finish off the trash bot. Okay. We still have an artifact and enchantment, importantly. So we're going to get a second body unless they respond by destroying one of these. But these aren't that easy for them to destroy at instant speed. So I think the vehicle deck is the one that's the worst, just because it doesn't really come together. The Samurai deck can come together, but it isn't great. Do I attack? I guess maybe I do. I wish it worked, because I think the signpost uncommon for blue-white is awesome. Alright. Let's build our little advantage, especially if we get to fire off an Oath next turn on top of everything. They shouldn't have played their land first, but it ended up not hurting them too much, although they can't cast that card, so... Kamano faces Kakazan. Yeah, that's pretty powerful. I kind of forgot we have a Patchwork Automaton. Okay, so... I think I equipped the Kunai to this. And then we attack them with Naomi. They have no good blocks, really. Well, they can block, but then I can use the Kunai to kill whatever blocks, so... Yeah, the value chump is a good, decent play. They do have 1 green, so if they can make something indestructible here, it's going to be pretty ugly. I think we actually kill this so we don't let them draw a card. Well, we're going to end up killing both anyway. Do they have safekeeping? Let's find out. No. I think we play Era. You know, we don't have an artifact right now, but we can play the Automaton next turn to make Naomi make another token when she attacks. So, I think we play the Era to scry. Plus, yeah, I mean, I think we do draw one of these. I guess it's the Plains. So that we can Oath. We probably just Oath next turn. It depends what they do, obviously. But if there's a decent shot, I don't have a good attack anyway with Naomi, so... Okay, well, having to Season of Renewal and get back one thing is rough. They do get to make it a 3-4. But yeah, it's kind of rough for them to have to do that. Yeah, not really worth an attack with Naomi. I think we just Oath here. There's our Tribute. A Flyer seems pretty good. So, I think that's where I'm going to go here. The 1/1s aren't exactly a problem for us. So, I think we just play Tribute and Automaton here. I think we probably... Oh, darn it. Now we need removal because they played their Flyer. I think we probably block these rat tokens because of the danger of, like, another Tech Wrecker. So, I think we just block it. It's not like we don't have a bunch of bodies already, so... Okay. I love Strixhaven as a limited format, mostly because of lessons, which are a lot of fun. Do I take this one? I don't think so. So, I think we're at sort of a standstill here. We need some removal. pretty useful when you have a bunch of bodies like we do. I think we probably sack the 1/1 token right away, see what we can find. Another land. I think for now, that's all we're gonna do. Strixhaven sort of feels low power, but like, if the whole format is, it doesn't really matter. And I think the lessons are far better than they look. Like, they definitely don't look very good on paper, but they're actually very powerful. Okay, I like that draw. So we go Virus Beetle, get rid of something in their hand, make this bigger. And I think we sack the Beetle to our Chef. Nice. Give something bigger flying. Seems pretty good. I guess equipping Naomi and attacking with her is actually pretty good next turn. We'll play a land in case they try to cast removal. We are going to mill out first in this game, most likely, with all the card draw. That's a big creature, but it's on the ground, so it doesn't concern me too much. That's sad. So we will sack it here. Hey! Nice. Okay. All I have up is red mana. I like that. Yeah, the Mystical Archive is also really cool. Do I sack a creature? I guess so. 2/2s on the ground aren't doing that much, so drawing something different would be good. That's a good thing to draw. Replace your 1/2/2 with 3/2/2s. Seems good. So if they block here, we use Intervention. If they don't block, we hit them for 5. So either way, I am a reasonably happy person with that outcome. So, I think we definitely triple block this thing. We could even quadruple block it, I guess. Yeah, in case they have spot removal. All right. So, I actually think putting the Centipede on one of the first strikers seems pretty good here. I'm a little worried about Wanderer's Intervention. Like, it could definitely go sideways on us, now that our opponent has green mana, especially. But I think we move this to a first striker. Attack with both of these. Do I want to give up another token? Kind of don't think so. I mean, I am about to get 3 more, but I don't know. It's a little concerning. Yeah. Could also give up the Chef, I guess, but its ability is pretty nice. Yeah, let's get rid of the... We'll get rid of the token. All right, so Wanderer's Intervention. Will this work out for us? Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we... try. Yep. I knew it was a very real possibility, and probably should have gone a different route. I could sack it, but I think we kind of need to cast the Oath. I probably should have just attacked with my... well, it wouldn't have mattered. They would have gained the hexproof anyway. Okay, another flyer is nice. And an Edict effect actually kind of matters for them. So... how much do I care about another artifact? I mean, I don't know. I think we need to find something different than just, like, a creature at this point. We can send in a 4/2 token every turn, which certainly matters. Yeah, I think we Edict them here. Although, but yeah, if they decide to sack Circuit Mender, sure, they draw a card, but then we have really, really good attacks across the board. So I think we just play Gravelighter here, and we'll give up something. Probably a token. I don't know. Maybe we really don't need the Chef anymore. Is he our only enchantment? No. I mean, I'm going to get another token back. I think holding on to the Chef is wise. Yeah, okay. Well, so I think we just... definitely attack with this. I think we attack with all three of these. Yeah. We have another Naomi somewhere in our deck that we're getting closer and closer to, so that helps. Is it time to just let them draw their cards so we can get rid of the 3/4 that's sort of stonewalling us? Probably. It's probably time. Yeah, should I have swung with my tokens? Probably. They would have kind of had to block the bigger things. Okay. Hey, there's our other Naomi. We have 2 enchantments, so that's good. Do I just, like, swing out? I mean, they have so many cards in their hand that it makes me concerned. But we're at 13. It kind of feels like we can just swing out. I guess we'll play Naomi first, so we make sure we get another body. Block a Gravelighter. Then what? We are 2-1, I think. That's how slow this format is. Okay. So yeah, we just let both of these things happen. Down to 1 they go. I think they have a sweeper. Should I have put my centipede on something? Nice. I think we got there. Yeah. We did go pretty wide with all those samurai. Yeah, I guess we should have had a mass pump or something. I didn't buy an avatar. Well, I got the mastery pass, but that's because there's basically no reason not to get the mastery pass. Basically pays for itself in the end. So yeah, I did get the mastery pass for Baldur's Gate so I could get Minsk. Karn's pretty on point for who I am, but I think Minsk is even more. So, you know. I might switch back to Karn when we go to Dominaria, though. Since he's sure to be there. Pretty good hand. Turn 1 Reckoner Raid. Probably play the Automaton and then Kunai because I'm greedy. Yeah, well, it's not that greedy since we do actually have a 1-drop. What do I expect from Dominaria? I mean, probably a really good format. Seems like they always, you know, the fall set is usually always a success. Like, everybody loves it. Yeah. Reckoner Raid. Then turn 2 Automaton. Alright, we're up against another ninja deck, which really destroyed us earlier. So, let's hope they're not quite as proficient at ninja-ing as that opponent was. Sagas might return, for sure. Moon Circuit Hacker. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. We do get to play 2 kunais this turn, potentially, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, there will be some brand new mechanic. Okay. Would I rather play 2 kunais and attack? I think I kind of would. Although, having a 3/3 blocker or a 2/3 blocker is also quite good. And then next turn I can still play the kunais. Yeah, let's just play Golden Tail. I think it's better to add another body to the board than it is make one of our bodies bigger. Lots of sets have had sagas, so obviously they could return. This set has sagas. But yeah, they may want to not do them again, I guess. So yeah, next turn is probably a kunai turn. Hello, Christmas. Glad you enjoy the content. And then the turn after that is hopefully Naomi time. There's another good enabler. Wow, double Naomi. Well, hopefully we draw 5th land. So we go kunai. Kunai. Equip the kunai to Road Captain. Do I know Nikachu? Not personally, but I know his content. Yeah, sagas can exist in pretty much any format because every set has a historical past, after all. Do I actually want to attack here at all? That's the question. Kinda don't think so. Yeah, we don't really have good attacks. I think we just get our kunai ready to go. But we have seen sagas a fair bit lately, so yeah. So we definitely just take this. If they ninjutsu in something really scary, then we just kunai it. Okay, well, that's a hard one to kunai, unfortunately. I mean, we can, but it's not worth it. Bounce our automaton. They do have to use up their whole turn to do it, thanks to ward. So that doesn't hurt my feelings too much. Do I kill something? I mean, I do have another kunai lying around, so I probably do. Probably should have just been the specialist, I guess. Although now that it's in play, I mean, these are definitely better. Although ninjutsuing it back is a problem. Yeah, let's kill a hacker. We got our land, which is really good. I think we attack with Road Captain here. We'll still have an enchantment, so that's good. If they want to double block the thing, then it's not going to hurt my feelings. I think there's a good chance I just take 2. I am excited to see Karn again. Every Planeswalker he's ever gotten is pretty busted, so... Yeah, a Saga that turns into a spell or something would be interesting. Like a spell in the graveyard. That'd be really cool. I don't remember exactly what day the 500 top 10 drops, but it's the 20-something. If that answers your question, it's the 20-something. Okay, so... I think this is a swing out situation. So we go kunai on this. Do I play my automaton here in case they decide to be tricky and force me to use my kunai before attacking? Yeah, I think so. That way we still have an artifact. Kunais are pretty good on samurai tokens. Being able to attack and kill something with a kunai is sweet. So if their plan is to like block with the infiltrator and use its ability, we can really blow them out. Top 10 Sagas does already exist. It'll probably need an update in like a year though. It's pre-Kamigawa. I think I made it around Kaldheim times. Can't imagine they just take 10 here. They must have something in their hand. If they can destroy Naomi, it's going to be a little sad. I decided to play the automaton because obviously I could just play another Naomi, but... Okay. So I think we just let this happen when we have another Naomi in our hand. Thank you for the sub, Ramsey. So if their plan here is to buff this, then we just kill it. Yeah. With the kunai. That is not their plan. Do I want to play Naomi up front here, just to be safe? I mean, I'll still have 1 mana to interact with, so I think so. think we attack with the automaton. I mean, we're going to need the artifact for one thing, so. Thanks for all the gift subs. Cyclonic Rift, I appreciate it. Triple block, huh? That's fine with me. They did get rid of one enchantment creature. You can tell that Baldur's Gate isn't popular because this stream is doing much better despite being an old format. I mean, it's also, you know, I consider it the best format of the last, certainly of this year, probably of 2021 too. Did Kaldheim come out in 2021? I don't remember. Yeah, when I played that second Naomi, they looked at their graveyard, at my graveyard, and they were like, "Did they get it back somehow?" And then they're like, "Oh, they just got a second one." Okay. Naomi's a powerhouse. You do have to manage your artifacts and enchantments a little bit, but I like Zendikar Rising. It's better than everything that's not Neon Dynasty from the last year. But I don't think it's as good as like Dominaria, Eldraine, Kaldheim, or Strixhaven. I do love, you know, like the party mechanic was just... I always love those things that make you make weird decisions in draft. Like that always makes drafts more interesting to me. I think like Snowlands and Lessons do a better job of it. But I do think the party mechanic where you really have to pay attention to multiple creature types was pretty interesting. That was my favorite thing about that format. All right, I think we keep this. Definitely play turn 1 Reckoner Raid. Ugh. Eater of Virtue. Oh good, a creature that really likes Eater of Virtue. Did get our tribute for turn 2. Let's go for it. So, Equip Eater to Leech Gauntlet is not good. They'll gain a ton of life, and if we ever kill it, everything else that ever gets equipped with it gets lifelink, so that's not fun. Man, you know what's kind of incredible? Like, I've drafted Tribute of Hirobi, I don't know, 7 or 8 times, and today is the only time I've actually seen my opponent take advantage of the big downside. Like, at least like this. Hitting you for a couple of damage is one thing, but what they've been doing is far better. Alright, so Trash Bot. Are we gonna lose to a ninja deck? Maybe. We did once already. We do get this turn, which will be nice. So yeah, another very good ninja deck. They've got the sagas you want. So, do I block? I kind of think so. Yeah. Obviously, they get lifelink, which is less than ideal, but I can live with it. All right, so I think we attack. You know, blocking with a rat is actually pretty good, so I don't think I'm going to sack anything. I could play Companion here, but I'd rather play Kami while I have an artifact and an enchantment. So we're just going to attack for 3 and not actually sack anything. Then play Kami. I probably shouldn't have this in my deck and only a 2-color deck. Well, they had to play Otawara. Ooh, gross. Alright. That 6/2 lifelinker. Do you think we block again? We do lose an artifact, but we have 2 more in our hand. And we don't have an enchantment anyway, so... The only good news is the cards do get exiled, and that matters a bit. Oh boy, I hate Eater of Virtue. Like, they just get to keep equipping it to things. They have to run out of creatures, basically, for us to ever put a stop to the nonsense. And right now, it's going to be very hard to stop this with an Eater of Virtue on it. Unfortunately for us. Our Oath might find us what we need, but then everything they put this on will gain flying and lifelink, so... Okay, they decided not to attack. I like that. So, I think we attack with Chain Flail. Maybe we just attack with both. I mean, the downside is that makes the Eater better, but we can't not attack either. Like, we're definitely... I guess I could put it on the token, but then I can't also play the Oath, so... We'll just attack with both of these. Why wouldn't it gain flying from the, It doesn't have flying? Oh. It does have flying. So it would get flying if it died. Oath. I think we bottom all of this. We need to find a kunai or an intervention. So, see you later, all those cards. Oh, won't be a creature in exile. Interesting. We can swing for a lot, but so can they. Hey, there's a kunai. Nice. And that is why we bottomed, like, every card. So I think we swing out here. Guess I could play kunai and equip it first, but I don't think so. I think we just use it to kill Vector Glider in the second main phase. I imagine they block here. Yeah. Down to 15. And kunai. We could wait till they untap and try to equip it, but it's not like equipping it is that expensive, so... I could wait. There aren't that many cards that save it, so I think we actually do. We just play our Searchlight Companion here and wait. Yeah. Ninjutsu. There's enough scary things they might be able to do here. I think we probably just go for it. One creature that doesn't get some sort of into the battlefield effect doesn't concern me that much, even though they can put the Eater on it, obviously. Yeah, that would have been more of a problem, I think. Ooh. Each player sacks a creature. That seems good, right? That was a very good top deck. Doesn't really matter which of these we sack. Nice. Yeah, we drew very lucky there. I mean, I think things were going our way already, but obviously that sealed the game on the spot, so it was a good draw. I've seen that sword gain a lot of abilities. Luckily, they ran out of creatures. Like I said, you know, if you can make them run out of creatures, it's not a problem. I think it's a keep. It's definitely not a great hand. You know, this is when I had that mulligan video this week, and this is a good one to look at, because Yeah, we have only a couple lands and nothing early, but we really only need to draw one land for things to work out okay with these two. Plus, we can kill something if we really need to, so it's fine. And we're on the draw, so decent chance we draw that land before we need that third land. Ugh. I don't have a great Kami of Terrible Secrets hand at this point, but it's not like it's that hard to set up. Maybe it's just Searchlight Companion. Yeah, it's probably our weakest card in the hand, that is. So, we did get our third land. Do they ninjutsu or something here? Only good news is I could kill what they ninjutsu in, but we'll see what happens. That's probably on their mind. Chat is working. It just sort of reset on screen. So... definitely do that. So they're going to cast another Virus Beetle too, which is... I did not mean to... That was pretty wild. Centipede time. Would love to draw an enchantment, but, you know... I probably throw away the Kami here when we get beetled. Yeah. It's sad, but of course I draw an enchantment. I mean, yeah. Yeah, an enchantment. That's the word. I think we attack here. Then I think we play Dockside Chef in case we draw a fifth land for Naomi. We did it. Yeah, we definitely play Naomi up front. They may even be able to turn off her into the battlefield ability in response, because Kami's Flare on either of these creatures does it, but we still play her. They do not. So the question is, am I willing to give up my artifact? I mean, I think so. We're more likely to draw more artifacts than we are more enchantments. So if they want to trade Leech Gauntlet, I think that's fine with us. It's not if you attacked this turn, it's if a creature died. So it's slightly different. Another enchantment. I mean, I think we attack here, both of these. Then we probably play both cards in our hand. Yeah, right now, playing this isn't that great. I mean, it does trim their board down, but we'll see. Let's see what's on top of our library. Oath and Kunai. I think we want both. Kunai next, because if we get to attack again... yeah, and it's also just removal, so... So nothing died this turn. I could play this and just deal with the Edict. Could also keep up Chef. These are basically the options. Yeah, I don't really want to play Gravelighter here. I was hoping they would trade for the token or something. I mean, they could have double blocked it, but then... then they would have lost their Infiltrator, and I'm sure they have more ninjutsu, so... Okay, they'd rather just bounce traditionally. What are you gonna bounce, Naomi? Token. That probably makes more sense, yeah. Ooh, should have sacked that token. It's too focused on other things. Yeah, should have sacked the token. Alright, so we play Kunai. We equip Dockside Chef. And we attack. We can break up any block that they try here. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what we do. Let you hold on to your beetle. Kill the other two. Well, we're going to kill all of them, but you know what I mean. Maybe you don't, because it doesn't make any sense, but... So, I would play Gravelighter now, but we don't have the mana. I didn't sack the token in response because I'm not very smart. I noticed it immediately, but yeah, definitely should have. We really haven't run into any more like completely insane decks other than the ninja deck we lost to, so that's been good for us. Yeah, that block was not a good block. I mean, they didn't really like bail us out, I don't think. I think we were probably winning that game no matter what, even with not drawing a card off of that token, but yeah. Definitely helped us out, that's for sure. We had Impure Loath on top of our library, so... See you later, Ramsey. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subbing. I do love Naomi. Is this my favorite now? I really like the red-black, like really aggressive sack deck the most in this format. This is probably my second favorite deck in the format, though. I mean, I don't know. There's so many good fun decks. The blue-green one where you just, like, cycle turtles and, you know, that instant spell that lets you get back an artifact or an enchantment and a creature. Like, that deck's pretty fun, too. Yeah, another not super amazing hand, but it is a keep. It would be nice to draw a random 2-drop. Uh-oh. See you later, Wispon. Thanks for stopping by. This is where Gravelighter is very awkward. It won us one game, but it can be quite awkward. Because, like, playing this to kill a Simian Sling, well, maybe they're going to ninjutsu something in I want to kill. Yeah. That's pretty gross, because they do that, and then they also put the Sling into play, which is... Oh, God, yeah. Very slow hand, where we... I mean, playing Gravelighter here is kind of miserable, but I kind of think we have to do it. Just get rid of one of these. Yeah. Doesn't feel good at all, but given what our hand looks like, we have to do what we can to slow things down. Glad they didn't put something else in that was free. Do I play my Centipede out of greed that maybe I hit an enchantment? I don't think so. I think we just play the Kami. I'm going to block the Technician. Not too shocking. Does make them use up their whole turn, at least, but yeah. Okay, this will help a ton. We actually play Artifact and Enchantment this turn ahead of Naomi. I think that's better than just playing Naomi. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, we do want a Kunai. Although these are both X4s, so maybe I don't. So we take 4 here. I think we want to play Naomi next while we have Enchantment Artifact. I guess I could attack with Chain Flail Centipede ahead of... Yeah, because then I can still play an artifact. So, I think that's what we do. Alright, that's fine by us. So we play Kunai, Naomi. Next turn we Oath. It should help us stabilize for sure. The problem is the flyer, which we can deal with, but we can't right now. Alright, so we're going to Oath. This doesn't feel like a great Tribute to Hirobi situation, but maybe it's not too bad. We've gone wide enough. Yeah. Another Kunai is sort of interesting. It would make sure we have another artifact. But we have one in our hand already. And the Kunai doesn't kill any of this stuff. And that definitely matters. So I think we bottom both of these. Do we draw Tribute? I mean, it will eventually give us a flyer that can interact with Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. But it's also kind of slow. Like, by the time we play it and actually get the creature, they'll have us at like 6 at best. So, kind of think we have to bottom it. If Steelbreaker attacks us, do I double block it with 2 tokens? I might. They have to give up something to kill them, both, or just kill 1 token, and that's probably fine. Definitely double block Covert. Uh-oh. So they're going to have us a lot lower than 6, probably. Man. So, yeah. They're just wrecking us here. Would it have been better than drawing a land? I mean, probably. Don't have an enchantment anymore either. I can play Centipede and equip it, and I actually have an attack here if I do that. That's not terrible. It's the best we're going to do. I'm going to play this so we at least have our Kunai up, but yeah. Okay. That's not good. You'd probably hit... Well, maybe not the Oath. They're 1 mana away. They do hit the Oath. Which also takes away our other Oath. We go to 4. The Anvil can really just bleed us out. Okay, that does give us an enchantment. Do I want to attack with Naomi? Probably. Do I have to find removal or I'm dead here? Not quite, but... well, yes, I do actually. Shouldn't have done that, because they're going to drain us for 2, They can drain us for 2 and hit us for 2, so... Yeah... Yeah, that's not removal. Maybe they won't notice. Swing with both, I guess. Seems pretty unlikely they don't notice. We'd be in way worse trouble, but they don't actually have that good of sacrifice fodder. I mean, this is basically just going to allow them to drain us out, though. And if they lose a creature here, they get a 1/1. Actually, it's only during their turn, so never mind. They can sack it to drain us, though. Which I'm guessing is their plan. Yeah, sack one of these, drain us, and then attack us for 2, and then sack the Puzzle Maker. Seems pretty good. I don't have any mana. We'll go ahead and kill the Steel Breaker. Yeah. So drain us for 1. This is pretty risky on their part, just because we could have Wanderer's Intervention. I guess if they attack with a 2/5, it doesn't matter if they have Wanderer's Intervention, now that I think about it. Attack us for 2, yeah. They see it. I guess I'll make them do it, but they definitely see it. Yep. Oni Cult Anvil is pretty sweet. Alright, this will be our last game with this deck one way or another. Sucks that they played all X4s in that game. Our kunai was just, like, laughed at. Okay, I do think we can keep this. Yeah. Sure, we need white mana at some point, but we have early plays. Automaton into kunai, maybe into Centipede is pretty good. Do need to draw that third land at some point soon. If we draw a third land, we're kind of in business. It's sad, but we have to throw away the Oath. We're nowhere near casting it. Land. Thank you. I think we play Searchlight Companion. And probably just swing. Yeah. I can kill the Road Captain, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna take blocks from both. It is an enchantment. May come to regret this, but feels like we're in pretty secure shape. Ninjutsu's a possibility. They're in black. I don't hate a trade here. I think we go for a trade. Ninjutsu's enough of a problem that I just don't want to deal with it. And if they use a trick, that's fine, too. Comes back tapped, at least. Nice. Okay, so... Chain Flail hits harder. I think it's probably where we want to go. Definitely got the artifact hand this time. Ninja's gonna happen now. It's just that one, though. Okay, so we're gonna hit you for almost 8. Yeah, okay. So let's play Trash Bot here. Attack them for 9. And we have a kunai around, so we can just finish them with the kunai. Doesn't really... We don't really need to move it. I mean, turn 1 Okiba Reckoner Raid and turn 2 Automaton is probably one of the better starts you can have in this format. Especially if you then play a bunch of artifacts. Obviously, you do need to do that. Yeah, got there. 7 wins! Deck was not excellent, but it was good enough. We got Naomi going enough. Yeah. It's like a B level deck, I think. With an A level record. A little bit of overachieving.